Like the thrill is gone. And I don't know if it's ever going to come back. And I'm okay with that.
Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Monday here. I know it's not Monday. Well, maybe it's Monday while you're watching. I don't know your life. I am very much trying to put a positive attitude in my brain this week. You know, there's a lot going through my head, a lot of global concerns, a lot of American concerns, a lot of my own family concerns. And I have control over very few things, but I am going to really try to center and focus and be not toxically positive, because that isn't healthy, right? We don't need to pretend everything is fine when it's not. I heard recently the definition of hope is not acting like everything is fantastic. Hope is knowing that there is a path for things to get better. So yeah, let's make this the best week it can be. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're in it together. Okay, little backyard update. I kind of left y'all hanging with the pine straw situation. And those of you that don't live in the South, this over here is the pine straw stuff. It's what we have to do. The HOA obviously doesn't require it in the back, but it looks way nicer. We actually can't grow grass out here because waves surrounded all the trees. We don't get enough sun back here for grass. So this area here, they just laid down fresh bark. Scooby would like to demonstrate how lovely the fresh bark is. Scooby, he's like, I am busy. There are squirrels out here. But it looks so good right now. Like, this is my favorite. When the pine straw is fresh, I need to clean this. When I did my cleaning last week, I neglected these railings. And so they need to be cleaned up. But yeah, looks so good. And everything's starting to come back, getting nice and green. That tree, I don't know. It remains to be seen what we might have lost from the frost, and they still haven't fixed the fence, but that will happen this week, I'm sure. So pretty. And I refilled the bird feeder. So I did see some squirrels on it. So I've got my eyes out. Scooby and I are going to defend the bird feeder from the squirrels. Hello. Welcome to Tuesday. Here's the hope for today. There's two things I want to do with you guys. The first is we're going to start the very beginnings of what am I going to wear in Europe. This trip is going to require some planning. I'm about 3 weeks out. This is the right time for me to start planning, because in case I need to purchase anything, whether that's I go to a thrift store or I go online to thread up, or if I have to purchase something new, now is when I need to figure that whole thing out. But let's talk about this trip. So it is a 7-night Viking Sea cruise originating in Athens, sailing to Venice, with stops in Athens, Split, Croatia, Dubrovnik, Croatia, Montenegro. I can't remember the name of the port in Montenegro. And then an overnight in Venice. I think that's it. I think I might have missed. Oh, Corfu. How could I forget? Because I'm so excited to go to Corfu. I've always wanted to go to Corfu. There was a PBS show about a family in Corfu, and I was obsessed. So not only am I going to Corfu, but my excursion there, I'm going to a monastery, and it's just a whole thing. I'm wildly excited. Viking is a little tricky, and the weather is going to be a little tricky. Viking's a little tricky because you dress up a little more than, say, on a Disney cruise. They don't have like a formal night, but my last Viking ocean cruise, which was with my mom, which was pre-pandemic, it was a long time ago, was on this exact same ship, and people do dress up just a little bit in the evening. So I need to think through all that, and I want to develop a really solid capsule wardrobe for this trip. I want the clothes to all work together. I want everything to look really sharp. So I'm starting the planning now. These are the clothes I have pulled so far. It's a little tricky because as I've pared down my wardrobe, these can't just stay out of rotation. Like, this is also my spring wardrobe. So I set these up in here so I could kind of start to get a feel for what we're taking. Because it's the Mediterranean in the spring, I've got to be prepared for a variety of different weather possibilities, including it being really warm or it being on the cooler side. So I do have a couple of cashmere sweaters that I'm thinking will go, a navy blue t-shirt, really basic, linen. You know, you can never go wrong with linen because it'll keep you warm and it'll keep you cool. This one I absolutely love. That's from J. Crew. They have really nice linen pieces. The dresses from Alpharetta, which are great for excursions. And then I have a dress coming from Packed that I'm super excited about that I'll show y'all when that comes. It should be here before I'm done filming this vlog. this little green and white skirt, this is a good, I've washed it, so I need to iron this, but this one is a good reminder that just because it's a capsule wardrobe doesn't mean it can't have some fun colors and patterns, because it totally can. It just means that the colors and patterns need to coordinate with everything else. So don't think that just because it's a capsule, it has to be boring. And also, when I say capsule, I don't necessarily mean that everything goes with everything else. Like clearly, this striped cashmere sweater does not go with this skirt. Okay, we ended up getting these two for the deck itself and then these two to hang off of the arbor. So we will hope for the best. This is very exciting because it is 1:45. So I got to get a margarita. If you haven't been following my saga of I can't have alcohol in the evening or I don't sleep, every once in a while it works out. And I'm very excited because I got a skinny margarita on the rocks. Absolute favorite. Very happy. A very skinny margarita. Salt on the rim. Good day. Yum. I got my perfect veggie enchiladas. You got the steak tacos, honey?
I did.
Yay. Bon appetit.
I did.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2L wine.
Did you have a fun date day?
I had a good day.
It was fun, right? It was fun. Had lunch, got flowers. Now we're gonna go home. I'm gonna work out. Actually took the day off. It's a good thing.
I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree.
Hello and happy Thursday. I just spent not that long, about 2 hours, finishing up tax stuff. Jen, when are you going to be done talking about the tax stuff? Never. It is, of all of the things that I have to do with my business, it is absolutely my least favorite thing, but it must be done and it must be done well. And bless my accountant. She is a saint. Because I am a mess and it takes a village to get my taxes done. So thankfully she's very generous in spirit and she's always like, listen, I am not a creative person. I could not make videos to save my life, but I can do your taxes. So you do what you're good at and I'll do what I'm good at. And I appreciate that attitude because she never belittles me. Although I do always feel like I'm in trouble when I've done something wrong, which is just a throwback to being humiliated in math classes for the entirety, sorry about the dog butt view, for the entirety of my public education. Oh, they're gonna play again. Every time I sit here, they start to play. Oh, there they go. Spicy. Okay, flowers are still doing good. And what else do I have to do today? I have to do editing for part 2 of the Patreon cruise, which is going up exclusively on Patreon. We sailed, if you don't know, we sailed recently on the Fantasy. So I'm going to do that. I need to do some other like scheduling and paperwork stuff. I need to schedule some transportation for an upcoming trip. And then I think I'm going to try to work some more on that capsule wardrobe for my upcoming trip to Europe because I'm not quite there. I'm working on it, but I'm not quite there. So we'll go from there. Right, Lenny? Yeah. Okay, I ordered a dress. This is my first time ordering from this brand. Packed, organic, comfort, ease, designed for ease of body and soul. I love when I see these stickers, organic, certified, organic, textile standard, and fair trade certified. I'm trying to buy fewer clothes, as we know, but when I do buy clothes, this is the certification that I'm looking for. So yeah, let's try it on, see what we think. Okay, this is the dress. It is the yummiest linen cotton blend. So yummy. Let me tell you why this dress is perfect for me. First of all, I've been kind of referencing this. I am an hourglass shape, meaning I have a smaller waist and then my hips and my shoulders are proportionate. Forever I thought I was a pear, and then I actually did my measurements and I'm actually an hourglass shape. The reason why this dress is fantastic for me for travel this summer is because I also have a lot of sun damage to this part of my skin. Years and years and years of not wearing sufficient sunscreen, specifically right here. So I like a higher neck. It's slightly more flattering on me to have a V-neck, but if I'm out in the sun a lot, that's not a good call. So this is the best cut for me. Now I'm definitely going to put a belt with it, and let's style it with some shoes, and I'll tell you what it will look like how I would wear it. I'm trying it on with my linen jacket, which actually needs to be steamed. I just washed this and hung it to dry, but this is that linen jacket from Tommy Bahama. I just wanted to pop it on and see if I like this with that, and I absolutely do. Okay, so now I just decided to put it with the bag that I would probably most likely take. I really like this. It's super cute. This bag is big enough to hold all the essentials I would need for an excursion day. I love that it's a crossbody and it all just kind of coordinates, and woohoo. All right, we got one outfit, y'all. One outfit. We only need like 7 more. It is Friday. We made it to Friday. It's a beautiful morning. I'm out here getting my exercise early because we're getting into that time of year where here in Atlanta, it will be like 80 this afternoon. And so I'm trying to get dogs walked early, and I'm gonna run some errands today. And this is like the week for errands for some reason. And we're going to, what else are we doing today? I don't even know. I have things I need to do. It's knowable information. I just don't happen to know it right now. Just trying to get my exercise in. I'm going to get the dishwasher unloaded. That's my big productivity hack right now to get through the day, is getting those things done early. And then I kind of forget I did them. Last night, I was like, oh shoot, I'd never unloaded the dishwasher. And there were all these dishes in the sink. I went over there. I totally had. Just no one else that lives here had loaded their dishes, which is not my part of the job. Anyway, let's get on with our Friday, because the focus of today is finding joy, just like it is every day. So let's do it. Never did clean up my closet yesterday, whatever. We are going to run a couple errands. We're going to Ballard and Front Gate. They have an outlet not that far from us. Look at Scott's side of the closet, y'all. If you think mine is bad. Anyway, I wanted to show you this Alpharetta dress. I could have gone, and a couple of y'all asked about it. I went with a large, totally could have done a medium. Went with a large because I like to wear it to run errands, to be super casual. I want it flowy. I don't want it clingy at all. And so the large was the correct size. It is a little big here, especially because I've recently lost a few pounds, and it's a little big in a few places, but where it's flowy is where I want it to be flowy. So, you know, just if you were looking to get it, I will link it below if they still have it. It might be sold out because it's like the world's best dress. I have it in this olive color, and I also have it in navy blue. And I would like applause because I finally bought something that was not blue. I know. Oh, and our bag for today is going to be this wonderful Gucci horse bit that I bought, half from myself and half as a gift from my husband. It makes sense if you don't think about it. So I'm going to use that today. Love this bag. It's a good day. We're going to have a good day.
We're back from running errands. I didn't film anything. We went to a couple of outlet stores. I was in a weird headspace. I was feeling very distracted. I think between the state of the world, the pollen in the air, my own anxiety, like it was just too much. And I've never felt great filming in stores like that anyway. And it was super crowded. We did pick up a really beautiful piece of artwork for over our fireplace. We had purchased something like temporary that was okay, but it wasn't quite there. And I had shopped for the other thing by myself. This time we went together. So that was a win. Spending time with my husband was a win. But we have to have a conversation about my relationship and maybe your relationship with just like consumerism. I got no enthusiasm for it at all. None, zero, zip. Even when, as was the case today, I'm going out with like purpose and intention and things I know that I need and a list that used to bring me some modicum of joy. And it's not like, I mean, clearly I'm very grateful that when I need something, I can go and buy it. That's an amazing blessing, especially in this economy, right? Like I do not take that for granted. But something about the experience, because of the oligarchs, because of the billionaires, I just don't love it. I just don't love it. And it kind of bums me out, but at the same time, I just don't need anything. So when you take like what's going on with billionaires, plus, and I feel like every store I shop in, unless I'm buying from like an actual small business, every store I shop in is related to something related to the oligarchs. That just seems to be the way of the world. Not happy about that. But then you add to that the Swedish death cleaning and the decluttering and my own personal push away from all of that. And it just becomes not a fun thing. It becomes a thing that like I dread going out. I have to get myself all psyched up. I go out and I find things that we actually need for our home, but like the thrill is gone. And I don't know if it's ever going to come back. And I'm okay with that because I feel right now like I want to save my money. I want to put my money towards paying off my house. I want to put my money towards hopefully helping my kids get a house. I want to put my money towards travel so that I can be not here from time to time. I am extremely blessed that I don't have to be fearful. I mean, as of right now, that if I leave the country that I can't get back in. And I don't want this to become a big bummer video because I set out saying I want this to be happy. Hold on, a dog wants to come in. But like, yeah, it's kind of become like the elephant in the room, especially because I'm a vlogger and we talk a lot about stuff that we buy. And I've been really open with you guys. I've told you guys that I am pushing away from all of that. There are a few small companies that I still feel great about recommending to you, that I still really love, that I will continue to recommend. But for myself personally, just being out in the world, it's a struggle. And I am finding myself not seeing or finding hardly anything that I like more than my money. And I don't know, is this relatable? Comment below if you're struggling as well. I'm just not wanting to participate much in this economy. And I know that that does not sound super joyful and happy. And I said we were going to be joyful and happy. But I also don't know how to like pretend that things aren't happening. So some of the big ugly is gonna seep in because I am an American living in the United States of America right now. If me saying that I'm struggling with that right now is upsetting to you, feel free to not watch my videos. I mean, also feel free to watch my videos because maybe it will give you a different perspective than perhaps the one that you're surrounded by. I think that's extremely important, especially now. But yeah, it's just, we're just doing the things. We're just waking up every day and we're all doing the best we can. And I don't even know what the point of this whole conversation was, except for to say my piece in all this is to show up every week to hopefully bring some fun. I'm not sure that last conversation was fun, but I am trying to bring some fun, to try to bring some community. You guys are great in the comment section. If you want to continue that, consider joining us over on Patreon. We have a live stream tonight as I'm recording this. Fabulous community, very safe, very progressive, fabulous people. But it's tough. It's tough. And I can't sit here and be, like this and pretend that it's not. It's tough for me and it's probably tough for you. And if you live in a country like Canada, that feels threatened by things that we're doing, I'm not going to not call that out. And so it's an odd space to be in if you're me. But aren't we all just living in this really strange reality? So let's end on that note. We're just going to keep doing the best we can, gosh darn it. Whatever you're doing, even in the midst of all of this, I hope you're finding joy. I hope you're finding community. I hope you're finding a safe place to exist and to find peace. And I love you. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.